Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Let me open up to make sure that I am live. Um, how you doing today? I am trying to make sure everybody is in the room. You guys, I am so excited about your progress and everybody, getting ready and getting everything together. I was able to do a few meetings with a few of the girls, so I was excited about that. And hopefully, you guys are excited too. Today is week 3 of our class, and you know, it's going to be more great information. You guys feel free not to get overwhelmed. Just process the information as well as you can. And if you need, help or anything like that, please just feel free to, take notes and ask later. I know sometimes you guys get a little overwhelmed because I give so much information. But my goal in giving a lot of information is so that once you guys are, at a point where you're operating your store, I want to make sure that you're able to operate your store, with me or without me. So that way you don't have to worry about always being dependent on somebody else to help you out. My goal is to teach you so that you'll be able to operate this and do this yourself, with or without me. If you guys could say hello in the chat so I know you there, that'll be great. As you can see, I said hello. So if you guys could say hello in the chat, um, that would be great. What is one thing that you guys have learned over the last 2 weeks that was beneficial to you? If you can go ahead and write that in the chat, that will be great. One thing that was beneficial to you that you were able to learn. If you guys can write that into the chat, that will be great. So I'm just trying to make sure before I start that everybody is on. So I don't want to start too soon because sometimes I tend to jump right into it, and it's everybody's not on yet. It's only 7:03, and before I go ahead and get started, I want to just give everybody an opportunity to get on. Remember, if you go ahead and log into Yahoo, you will be able to chat. Even though you guys are in my webinar room, this is still being processed through Yahoo. Okay? So that's how it's being processed. And if you could go ahead and log in, you can communicate with me and write back with me or ask me questions, and I will write that. You guys hold on. I'm about to grab my water really quick while I'm trying to wait for everybody to get in the room, and we'll literally start in a few minutes. Okay. So hopefully everybody is in the room. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So we are on week 3, store setup. So I'm going to go over a lot of information about setting up your store. You guys, we do help you set up your store, the basic setup. Now, sometimes along the line, you're going to need to change things. You're going to need to change something that you don't like or something that you want to be a little different. And so I just want to make sure that you have all of the information. Hold on, guys. I want to change my screen really quick. Just because I don't, there I go. Just want to change it and put the output. Just because my face is being covered up by that logo, I see. I'm trying to be vigilant of the be more vigilant of what's going on. So I've been watching the presentations on another device so I can make sure that I can see me and you guys can see everything and not too much. Something gonna be blocked to have me on the screen, but not too much of information when I'm like small in the corner. So all right, let's go ahead and get started. So, engaging your customers, nonprofit pages, um, non-product pages. Sorry. So, engaging with your customers with non-product pages is going to be one of those very important things that you guys want to make sure that when you are creating your pages on Shopify, whether there are product pages or non product pages, you just want to make sure that you have all of the information. You guys, hold on a second. I'm just trying to make sure everybody is in the room. That way, you guys are not missing any information. And it's so important. I know you guys could look back on it, but how many of us really have time to go back and look back on the information? Most times we don't have the time to do that. And so that is one of the things that I just want to make sure you guys are able to be here and get the information. Okay, so engaging your customers with non product pages, while your product pages will likely attract the majority of your traffic. You need to think about the other information your customers might be looking for. For example, say for instance, if your customers are looking for ways to make their skin healthier, that's because I work with somebody who was along those lines with what they wanted to do, right? You can have pages that just giving tips of how to do a proper facial or how to properly moisturize your skin or how to do these things on the blog, and then you can give them the products, right? And so on top of your product pages, you'll still have, like, you can have informational pages. Um, and you also can do a video. Videos are very engaging. And so you can put videos on the page. So say for instance, if you have a device that massages the face, for instance, you can make a video on how to have healthier skin using this device. You show them how to use the device, you write whatever content you want on the page. Boom, it's like a blog. They're able to look and you get them a link so they can purchase the item. So these are pages that you guys want to make sure that you have. So regardless of what the customer is looking for, you're giving them the information on top of giving them the product. So people are more prone to purchase when they feel like, oh, I got a lot of information on this and this is going to solve whatever problem I have. So you want to determine what information your customer wants to see. You want to think about how your customer will find this information, and you want to determine what value your pages are bringing. So basically, what value are your pages bringing, right? So if I'm a customer and I'm looking for ways to, help my skin look younger, and you're telling me about tools, you're giving me videos on how to properly use the tools, you're giving me home remedies on things that I can do, I'm going to be more prone to buy from this. So even our about our page, a simple frequently asked question write up, or maybe you need to give a clear direction of your hard to find locations, which are contact page. That is some information that you can do. You can determine what, like, say for instance, your customers might be looking for like your contact page or frequently asked questions. Maybe they want to know how long it's going to take for shipping. That is one of the things. Think about what's most important for your customers to know so that you can craft a clear, compelling page that serve their needs, because it's going to be important that you are able to make sure that you already pre-thought of everything that a person would want to see on your website. So tips on how to format your pages. So some of the tricks on making sure that your pages are really clear and the information is really good is you want to make sure you include a header text. Header text always help the customer know what it's about, right? So say for instance, If the content on the page is going to be about how to clear up your acne, maybe your header text is going to say particularly that, how to clear up your acne, right? You want to make sure you include a call to action, a CTA, which is call to action. You want to make sure that your customers are able to know what you want them to do after seeing that information. So using a header gives a basically a clear information of what's going to be on the page. A rule of thumb is to use H1 header for your page topic and H2 headers to break up the page content. So you want to use like the really big headers, and then you're going to use the smaller headers to break up the content. Including your call to action is a strategy that can help guide your website visitors through the buying journey. And basically, it can increase your sales. So you want to make sure you let them know, oh, okay, so, if you're having this problem and you love this content, this may be the right product for you. Go ahead, click the link below and purchase. So that's going to be one of the important things, because you want to make sure that you're delivering relevant information above the fold, and put the most important information at the top of your website and above the fold so that is visible to the page without having to scroll. So your most important information should be at the top. So when you turn on your laptop, you automatically, or your phone, the first information you see should be the most important information, right? And then the customers stroll down. You don't want your most important information to be under the fold. Under the fold is basically under what you can currently see on the screen, right? So once you start strolling, like, oh, here go the rest of the information that's under the fold. So you want to make sure that the most important information is on the top. And that is something, once we put your website together, we'll look at it, what they see automatically without strolling down. You want to keep your information easy to the eyes and make sure your pages are laid out in a way that move naturally with your eyes, right? And it should be easy to read. Break up the big blocks in text into, smaller pieces. And generally, most customers will be viewing your website on a mobile device. So you have to remember, most people are on mobile devices these days. They are not running around with big old laptops. I still carry mine around, y'all, but I use it for a lot of business. So I always say, most people, you have your phone, you have your tablet, but most of all, we have our phone. Now these days, the phones are just as big as tablets. I didn't see. My sister got one that's like double the size of my phone. I actually want that one. I might get that one. So don't shy away from those additional elements like embedding your forms. You want to make sure you have your forms embedded, your links, other pages to your website. If you want to put up PDFs that people can download, and photos and videos, and all that information. Adding these details on your page make it easier for the customer to find what they're looking for. So you want to make sure any element, whether it's a PDF, it's a video, any information that you think your customer is going to be looking for, you want to make sure that it's easy for them to find. So then we get to the fun part that we're going to be talking about, and it's going to be how to pick the right theme for your Shopify store. Now, when we're making your Shopify store, you guys, we are going to be giving you using some of the Shopify themes, and we're going to go in and customize them. The reason why we're going to do that is because Shopify, if you use one of their themes and then you customize it from there, the reps on Shopify are able to help you when I'm not available. And they'll help you for free. Where my time is paid time, their time, they are, when you pay your subscription monthly, you're able to get their help. So if it's something simple, once we make your theme to your store, we're going to make sure you have access to call in them 24 hours a day, and they help you. I have gotten help for them too. So step one, before you choose a theme, do a bit of prep work. Ideally, you want to choose a theme that will grow with your business or at least for the next year. So my goal is to make sure every business have something that's going to be good for them for up to a year. We always can change a thing. We always can change branding. So nothing, you guys, are permanent. But the goal is to have something that you don't have to do anything else to for the next year other than add products and take away products that you don't want. And we'll talk about that. So every business is different, and the only person who can make a decision on a perfect theme for your Shopify store is you. That is why, you guys, we are working together. I'm working with you guys to make sure that I know what your idea of a logo is, because logos are going to be one of those important things on your theme store. I'm making sure that I have the right colors for you, because you're telling me the colors. I'm not coming up with this stuff. So you're giving me this information. And in this lesson, you'll be learning how to discover the right theme for your business. The Shopify Steam store has over 100, you guys, free templates that you can choose from. And the truth, there is no one size fit all approach to picking the right theme for you guys. And that is one of the reasons why we technically take the themes and we customize them, because we want to make sure you have your proper colors. We want to make sure your logo is there. We want to make sure as much as of the stuff that could be customized. If you can get your products quick and we can make you a promo video to put on there, just a quick little video, anything that we can do to make your store look more. And I'm gonna show y'all the front of my store, which I'm updating by the way, but I'm gonna show y'all what I have right now. So, step one, before you choose a theme, do a bit of prep work, like I said. And you want to choose the theme that will grow with your business, or at least, like I said, for the next year. Answering the questions will help you narrow down your search. So, some of the questions that you need to ask yourself when you're choosing a theme is, how do I want my products to be displayed on my theme? That is one of the questions. I'm going to show you guys how my products are displayed on my theme page, on the home page, and so that you guys can see how that is set up and how familiar am I with customizing. Most of you guys are not familiar with customizing, and that's why I'm gonna do it for you, or my team is gonna do it for you, because I want to make sure when people come to your store, it feel like it is a different store. You don't want a one size fit all, right? So everybody's store is going to be customized with their color, their theme, their logo, their slogan, like anything that you can imagine, because most of you guys are not familiar with customizing. And if you're not familiar, it might be the best way to stick with the free themes. And that's why we're going to be sticking with the free themes, because most of you guys are not. We're going to customize your free theme for you, so it will still be custom. And what features do you desire to be on your theme store? And I'm going to show you guys some different features that you can have on your store, as far as, if you want a banner, do you want a video, do you want this? And I'm going to show you a few of those. Shopify give you a default theme to start with. So when we start with your stuff, we're going to start with the default theme when we make your custom website. And then we basically are going to go from there. And it works incredibly well for us to prep it for you guys, like I said, because they are going to be able to go in and help you with this later on. So that's why we're not going to make it completely from scratch, because when you make it 100% from scratch, Shopify will not do customer service for your theme. But if we customize their themes, then that you'll always have help. And I want to make sure that you always have help. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're working on your website, which I have been, and you don't know how to do something, you literally can call them and they'll help you. And I recommend, once we get your website up and going, I recommend you playing around and testing around with your theme, because after this week, our homework is going to be signing up for Shopify, because we want to start working on your websites. If you guys did not get your if you have not did your meeting with me, I want to say that you are behind, because the goal is that within that week, after the second and the third, that you guys meet with me. I know a lot of people are having anxiety about meeting with me, because you are, feel like you're behind, or you feel like, I don't know if I got all the information. But the truth of the matter is, I'd rather sit and take the hour to work with you, then for you to continue to get behind, because the 6 weeks are going to come and they're going to go, and we're 3 weeks in, meaning we're halfway into this process. And yes, it's a lot of information, but the program is designed so that in the end of the 6 weeks, I'm at least getting you the basic and getting you up and running so that you can start selling items. Um, if you was going to take a year or two to do this, you could have did that yourself. The goal is to come to me because this is like boot camp. I'm working y'all through this, and I'm trying to bring y'all through this really quick. And the truth is, it's like any other boot camp. When you first start out, your body's sore, you feel tired, you overwhelmed. Oh my goodness, why in the heck did I sign up for this boot camp? But over time, you get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger to at the point where when you're doing jumping jack sit-ups, you're at a point where it is not even phasing you. And even with this process, even though we're not going to the army or the military, in this process, it's the same thing. We're doing boot camp to bring you through this pretty fast. And the more that you work with it, the more time you put in it, the easier it is going to be to put more time into, the more passion you're going to build for it. But the less time that you put in it, the less willing you is to do the work and get the work done, at least to bring something to the table. It makes me have less and less hope that you're going to be able to complete the program. Because the truth of the matter is, our most energized moments are in the beginning. And in the beginning, if you're already, don't feel like you want to put the energy in, it just says a lot about where you're going to be able to go in the program. And I hate to say that, but I do want to say that because it is important that you guys, if this is something you want to do, I didn't get to the point where I'm at by, not putting in the work for my website. I put that work in, and I didn't have anybody who built my website. I did it myself. So what I'm gonna show you with my website, I did myself. So I'm offering you guys where we're gonna do that for you. I just need you to deliver me the basics so I can do that. But you have to help me help you. And that's what I'm saying. Now we at step 2. So step 2 is using filters in the theme store to narrow down your search. It's a great starting point. Filters allow you to browse through a theme, you know, the layout, it help you choose the theme filter, the inventory size, the layout style. It help you choose the product type, the homepage features, social features, and all of that. Basically, our goal is that I still want you guys, once you sign up, I'm going to show you what I want you to be doing. I ain't even going to write this homework down because y'all seem to get a little overwhelmed when I write stuff down. But I am gonna write something down. I got to, unfortunately, because y'all ain't gonna remember what to do. But I'm not gonna make it a big old worksheet where that's make you guys feel intimidated. Just something small. So narrow down the theme options to focus on the features that are most important to you and the experience that you want to try to create. So that is one of the things. And I'm gonna jump over to my store. So this is the back of my store, you guys, and I'm going to show you for my store. Your store is going to be way better than my store. First of all, because you guys now have to create your own store. So let me see. Okay. I did not mean to do that. So first of all, I'm just gonna show you my store, but I'm gonna go into my template because I want to be able to show you guys how it works. So on my store, the first thing you see is my header. In my header, I currently letting my customers know my products are in stock. The reason why I do that is because I want customers to know I can ship these to you tomorrow or probably today, depending on what time you order it, right? So up in the header, what you see is going to be a message that I'm giving to the customers. My logo, and everybody's store is not going to be set up the same. This is how I set mine up. And then I have my Facebook, YouTube, and I have my Instagram hooked to this. So people can go to my YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. Those are the only 3 social medias that I really like using. And I just started on TikTok though. You see the cart and then you see US dollars, but you could change, if you're in another country. Like I told you guys, I sell my products throughout the United States. And you guys, this is my navigation bar. Now, for me, I don't have that many products. I have one, two, three, four. I got about five products, you guys. Five products. And majority of my money come from this one product right here. So I make it so that my customers could go right to the item that they are trying to purchase. I let them know I do have payment plan options, and I'm going to make sure all y'all have those same options on y'all store because it don't cost you nothing. And then I show my main product, and I say buy now. On top of that, I have some reviews. Y'all, reviews are going to be important. So y'all not gonna have none in the beginning, but we're gonna get y'all some reviews. When people like try our products, it's gonna be important because the more reviews you have on a product, then people have confidence, right? Because they know, oh, somebody else purchased this product and somebody else loved this product. Also have a video on my page. And I made this video myself, so you guys, I actually have now a team that can make videos. But when I first did my store in 2019, I made this video, and it was just basically showing off the product. And I had a model who braided with the product and a photographer who took these pictures. And while the photographer was taking pictures, I was videoing. And this actually was a student at Mosley School. And that was my daughter in the chair. And so as y'all can see me, so I just took videos and I took the pictures that the photographer took, and I made me a video out of it. Okay. That was my first promo video that I advertised. Then I got my beautiful daughter. So as they going down the page, they see her because I love her so much. But you guys, that's my home page. But when I tell you guys, whatever you want people to see before the fold is most important. What I mean by that is anything I have to stroll down to see is after the fold. So hopefully, I wanted to explain that because I know when I first heard that, I'm like, what fold? So, I didn't really comprehend it at first. Okay. And so your bar, you actually are able to customize your bar how you want to. And then on top of the header, so all of the other stuff you see, you're literally able to go in and change it. Like you can actually add your Instagram feed on here. So if you're a person, like one of my students, she wants to share her products through a story. So if your story is going to be on Instagram, when you're doing your theme, you might want to go on here to social media, and you more than likely is going to want to do an Instagram feed on your store. And what that'll do is it'll basically give customers what they'll be able to see, like all of your posts right on your Shopify homepage. Now, on top of my Shopify homepage, I have the contact page, which is very important. So if they need to contact you guys, and when we get to the week of marketing, I'm going to show you guys. I give you guys one 90-day or 60-day free where you guys get to use the CRM. I'm going to show you guys how that actually works. All of my forms go into the CRM. Even when my customers click on this and they write me and go to the CRM, in the beginning of my homepage, when I first go to my homepage, these screens pop up and they ask me, do I want a discount? That automatically go to the CRM because I'm collecting as many emails that I can so that you can continue to market and advertise to those customers. You guys, I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse. You can actually do newsletters. So a quick glimpse of what it looks like for your store. So, so so I'll explain more of this later one on one as we go through it. But I want to go back over to my PowerPoint. Let me just look on the thing to see that anybody write me any messages or anything in there. Um, so I don't know. I don't see anybody. Am I still alive? Yep, I'm still alive. Just making sure. that I'm not actually behind. Okay, so we're going to go back over to the PowerPoint talking about the web design. So, you guys, so like I said, your theme is so many different variables that go into your theme. And you guys don't have to get overwhelmed with that. Because more than likely we're going to be making your theme, so it's not something that you're going to have to do yourself. So you don't have to worry about that. We'll put it together for you, but my goal is for you to learn how to use the theme. So later, if you want to change your theme, or if you want to update it, you want to just do something a little different from what we originally did, the goal is that you're able to do that if you want to. And so that's what my goal is with this, is to basically get you to a point where you're able to change some stuff. So I don't want you to be 100% relying on me. So review step 3, refer to reviews. When you guys are picking a theme, no matter what you're doing, you can get reviews. Consult theme reviews for a peace of mind, insight for other merchant experience with the theme, as well as theme support. So some of the themes, and we'll look through this for you guys, but once you guys sign up, if you look through a theme and you really like the theme, we will work on that theme for you, so you don't have to worry about it, because you might find a specific theme that you want us to customize, that you feel like is going to be valuable for your business to have the features that's up in that theme. And most often, website owners, you have a small idea of what you want to be on your website, because you've been to other people's website. And when I created my first website ever, I literally looked at other people's website and was like, oh, yeah, I want this. I want a chat box. I want, people to be able to do this and do that. So that's going to be very important. And so step 4 is a demo theme. So you just want to make sure that you actually are picking a theme and looking at the demo theme. So click through a demo theme to see the theme in action. So when you guys finally get to the point where you're going to log in, when you're looking at the theme that you think you might want us to use, because I'm going to let you guys pick the theme you want us to customize. Basically, the demo stores are great for like just demoing the theme, looking through the theme to see, do you like the theme. And then after that, we're able to customize the theme with your own brand, if it's your pictures, your videos. The demo stores are great examples of what you can do with your theme, and you'll be able to customize literally every part of it, from the header to the footer to everything in between. Like when you see a demo theme, by the time we're done with it, you won't even know that that was a demo theme, because we'll be changing, the colors, we'll be changing the imagery, we'll be putting in your product. So, but like I said, the goal of going with the demo themes is only because Shopify will help you guys, and I know I would not have the time to give you theme support all the time. So when considering theme support is another important factor, like I said, in considering which choice is perfect, the perfect theme for you. Now, to keep in mind that all of the free themes do have support directly through Shopify theme teams, support teams, and you can actually reach out to them. They have a support at shopify.com. Literally, right in your portal is going to be a link where you can click and say you want support. You can call them. I still love that Shopify lets you call them. You guys, I do not like companies that at a point, so many companies no longer want you to call them. They want you to try to do everything through a chat. And I'm one of those people who sometimes it's hard for me to articulate what I want in writing. So I need to talk to somebody. And if y'all like me, y'all know what I mean. Like, talking to somebody is number one. And so that is number 5, considering the themes that have Shopify support. Because yes, you're gonna, if you do research on this, you can actually buy a theme that can go into a Shopify store that is not part of Shopify. So anybody can make a theme and upload it to Shopify, but Shopify will not support it as far as support when you need help, right? So their platform will, you can have your theme that you got from somewhere else on there, but you can't call them and say, oh, I want to change my header, my banner, my this, my that, and they help you with it. They're gonna say, sorry, we don't support this theme. So, and they might help you as much as they can, but the problem is sometimes they're limited because whoever made that. So I always say trust your gut when you're making your decision. I'm one of those people, I gotta feel it. Um, I do that with people and things. Like I literally have to feel it. So trust your gut when you making a decision and when you choosing your theme. I want to make sure that you guys have a theme that's going to be perfect for you. And the truth actually is there's no perfect themes. So your website will continue to evolve and it will continue to grow over time. And your business, as your business grow, you might change your theme several times, and your site will grow and adjust. And you might hire somebody, to actually operate your store full time. So you no longer have to do it if you're really successful and you get to a point that you're just too busy to do it. So sometimes it just take a little while to get to like a perfect theme because there's really no perfect theme. I mean, I don't think even if you get it customized, you literally will have to get it customized where you're probably paying somebody $5,000 to $10,000 to make a store with every little small detail as far as functions, right? Functions, what I mean by that is, oh, it can play your video, it can have the PDF, it can do this, it can do that. So most times those are like highly customized things. So my goal is that we are pushing towards literally launching or signing up so that we can launch our websites. And so we're on week 3, and I do need the next few weeks to make your logos, and we can start at least doing your header and finding some stock products or pictures of products or products you think you might like to just create the website. Then when you guys get your samples today, I talked to people about getting samples. Once you get your samples and stuff like that, we're going to get an influencer involved and we want to start pre-selling. Doing pre-sales, like I said, is a way to get up and going where you're not getting overwhelmed with having to invest a lot of money up front. And so if you're getting ready, once we get ready to launch the store, before you go ahead, once you're gonna notice, once you get your Shopify store, it's gonna already come with a protected password on it, and you have to go through a couple of settings to remove that, and we'll make sure we help you guys remove that. And the goal of that password that's on the page is to make sure nobody can't get into your website while we're trying to customize it, right? And so once we get all of your information in your store, your location, once we get to the marketing week, I'm going to show you guys how you guys are going to get a phone number for your business. All of that is in Mosley Academy, and we basically will supply the phone number, email, well, not the email, but the phone number and stuff like that, in a way where you will be able to communicate with your customers right in our CRM. And we do give you 60 days free with that. It don't, like I said, it's not a forever free thing, but we do start you off with it for free because it's a great way to manage your customers. So one of the first things you want to do is just make sure you changing all of the styles of the fonts. Your banner is one of the things we're gonna change. Your background image, as y'all seen, I have my daughter as my background image. Changing your colors as well. So literally everything that we're gonna go through changing. We're gonna change your header. We're gonna change and customize every little detail to the big detail. And that is why I asked you guys to give me the fonts that you like because it's hard for me to do it. if you don't give me something that I can work with as far as the fonts and information. But the more information that you give me, the easier it is for me to be able to customize this store for you. One of the next things that we're going to talk about is your customer accounts. So on top of that, you know, everybody gonna have customers, and your customer section will basically actually will make sure that that is customized too, because customer accounts, you can make them mandatory or you can make them optional. But you guys, I literally make customer accounts mandatory. Because the truth of the matter is, if you on my website and you about to be playing in a card or something, I need to collect your information because I want to advertise to you later. Maybe you don't purchase the item right then and there. Well, I need to send you an email and a text message telling you, girl, you left this in your cart. Come back. Because the truth is, people come back later and they'll forget about it, and you text them or email them, and then they come back. So always, and it's up to you if you feel like, well, I don't want people to have a mandatory account. You don't have to make them have an account. But I have learned that there is some benefits to having an account. One of the benefits is they can keep track of all of their billing. They can log in and get their tracking whenever they want to, and it's a lot easier on you so that they're not constantly emailing you and trying to contact you. Oh, when my item shipped? Did my item ship? What's my tracking number? They'll automatically just have that information, which is going to be important. The more information, you guys, I don't have it where my customers can call. I do have a phone number, but most times I'm too busy. So if they do call, because I do have a number that they find sometimes, and it's in a Mosley Academy. The system, I just basically either call them back or I let the system answer all of their questions. So it's up to you how you want to do that. So basically, the goal is to make sure that your customer experience is as good as possible. And then we're going to get abandoned carts, you guys. I can show you guys how abandoned carts look. But when your customers do abandon a cart, like I said, it is good to be able to get them an email that's saying, "Hey, girl, you left something in your cart." Let me go over and show you guys how that look really quick. Let me look for some. Let me see. I didn't almost forgot where my abandoned cart area at. As y'all can see, customer accounts. I got 6,000 customer accounts in my store, and literally one thing I like about it, you can see this customer. She did her first order. She's in Texas. This another person in Texas, Georgia, Indiana, Nevada. So like customer accounts is important because you want to be able to keep track of as many of your customers as possible. And if you don't make customer accounts, it's going to be hard to know when you have abandoned carts in the first place. So when you come over here to unpaid, everybody pay. So open, close. So sometimes people can start a process and then they don't. So this is my abandoned carts. Everybody is gonna have abandoned carts, right? So Tyra Brown came in on Friday, 9:30 p.m. And she was looking at a product. I think they even let me look at the product she was looking at. So Tyra Brown was looking at the hair assistant. She actually added it to her cart, you guys. She went all the way through, and she got the shipping, and her shipping was 13.14. And then she abandoned the cart after she put everything in there. But guess what? I have her email, and I already have sent her an email to recover her cart. So we sent that Saturday at 7:34 a.m. That was early in the morning. The system does it by itself. But so she received an email to get her cart. But I want you guys to see how the carts are abandoned and how they look when they're recovered. So as we go down here, all of these customers, after they abandoned their cart, they're being recovered. And when they're recovered, it turns green. Because what happened is it says, okay, maybe Brenda Green, I'm right here. Brenda Green, October 18th, she had abandoned her cart at one point. But we kept emailing Brenda, like, Brenda, girl, come back, Brenda. I know you want this product. And Brenda came back and bought the product. So now she's no longer in a abandoned stage. She's in a recovered stage. So once she's recovered, our emails stop harassing her. We ain't necessarily harassing them. But sometimes when it's not sent, that's because they didn't put the right email in. Like maybe, and this person did it twice. See, once, then they came back again, months later. So January 14th, 17th, then they came back March 5th, and they're not putting the right email address in. That's why we can't email them. Why they on our website, we don't know. I don't know. Okay, so that is important. I'm going to show you guys in Mosley Academy, which is my marketing CRM software, how to we set it up where it automatically emails them. So don't worry, y'all. Don't get anxiety. You do not have to go email these people. This is automatic. As soon as the card is abandoned, we're going to set it up where they automatically get an email to try to get those people to purchase from you because they're already show interest when they added it to the cart and they signed up. They already show interest in the product. So you don't have to worry about that. That's really little to no work for you other than us sending them emails saying, hey, girl, come get this product. I know you want it. So don't worry about that. So by default, Shopify allow them to receive notifications via email and their phones. And those who actually choose to be contacted via phone number will receive a CMC versus an email. So when the customer actually signs up, they actually determine how you're going to contact them. They're either going to put their email in or their cell phone number in. And based on that is going to be the only way you could contact those customers. So this might not be ideal because a lot of times we want to go straight ahead and collect their email too to help with their email marketing. So some customers only give us their cell phone number. But one thing that I like about it is in Shopify, it only do emails, but inside of Mosley Academy marketing platform, it actually texts them, y'all. And even with our students that enroll in Mosley, we text them all the time. We got automatic systems that text them. Hey, girl, are you still interested in school? This. We too busy to be texting people. The system does it. So by default, only the last name of the person is mandatory, but we might want to go ahead and make the first name mandatory too to prevent fraud. So I actually went in there and I made it. You have to put your full first and last name. Like, it's so many fraudulent people out there, y'all. It's just ridiculous. I don't know if they just born just to irritate the world or what, because I don't understand it sometimes. Like, who just live for fraud? Oh, you guys, speaking of email marketing campaigns, in the email marketing section of the checkout setting, we'll be able to go ahead and offer your customers the option to sign up. So once they sign up for your marketing campaign, you automatically are able to email them automatically, and you don't have to, like, go to spam because they already agreed to it. Now later they can decide they no longer want to be a part of your email marketing because maybe they got mad at you or something or decided they don't like your product. Then they no longer have to be a part of it. But once they opt in, they're opt in, and you can email them as much as you want to. So now in the foreign option section, we'll be able to determine whether you want a certain foreign field to be mandatory or hidden. So when a customer is filling out because they're about to check out, you're going to determine what information you want to collect. Do you want to collect their company name, address, line? I normally don't do that because, well, I have that on my page, but a lot of people are companies who order my product because they have braiding salons. But for you, you probably don't want to have that company name, address option. So because sometimes people don't have, if you're selling skincare, more than likely they're just buying it for themselves. So if you feel like you got too much information, it's taking up too much space, you are able to disable some of the options that you don't want in your form. I always learned that shorter the form, if they can check out on one page, is always best. People hate clicking and they hate filling out information. So the less they got to fill out, the better. You guys, one thing that I love about Shopify is they even have it where you can receive tips. So a person who do services, so say for instance, if you're running a service-based business and you're using Shopify like a hair salon or something like that. Like, so if you have a hair salon or you're going to be working in a hair salon, you can literally use your Shopify store in your salon and online. So you can have your, so let me explain that a little better. And I brought this point up just because I know I have people who are going to be doing hair and stuff on here, or you have your own salon. So what I'm trying to say is you'll have your online website, but Shopify had tools that you can have with you present where your customers, just like the device I have from Square, can check out and leave you tips and stuff. So tips might be a good option in the case you have a service too, and if you're trying to save money, because as you know, everywhere you go, everybody penny nickel and diming you to death. $25 for this software, $15 for this one. I mean, I've looked at all of the apps you guys I was signed up for, because you end up signing up for all these apps over time and you lose time. Oh, I'm losing time. 7:52. Y'all, I told y'all we was gonna go over a little bit, and we are, because I want to try to get as much information in today as possible. And that way on Thursdays, I'm not using that as a whole nother teaching day. So basically, you want to make sure that you just use one software. So if you're paying for Shopify, there's no reason to pay for three other things. If you have a salon, you can use this too and set up everything where they won't be able to see like the stuff you set up for your customers to check out in your salon or your spa or whatever you're going to have, but they will be able, they'll only see the products you have on your page, but you will have your back operating system where in a salon you could check people out in it. And it's really great. A lot of people are using it. So I'm sorry, I think I went too fast. So the next section of the checkout settings that we'll be covering is the order processing section. In this section, you will be able to adjust the flow of how your orders are fulfilled in Arch. For instance, you may want your orders to be automatically marked as fulfilled once it's processed. And you guys, that's actually what I do. So what happens is I'm gonna show you guys. I think I had an order that was still left up in here that was undone. Let me see. Or did I do them all? I meant to leave one in here today. Darn it. But anyway, so what I was saying is once you go in here, you literally, once you make your labels, you guys, it's really simple to make your labels. You automatically able to make this person be say fulfilled in the system. And one thing I love about Shopify is you can print a label. And y'all, if I show, I'm in my bedroom right now, but if I turn and showed y'all my table, you will see my printer over there on the table, y'all. Because I literally be in my bed and I don't print my labels one by one. Yesterday I had 12 items that needed shipping. You literally click all 12 of them and you click print, you process shipping labels because you got to buy them first, and then you could put shipping tracking shipping on it. So you can say, yeah, I want to track it. I want people to sign for it, and then you pay for them. It automatically fulfills the order. So that's how I like doing mine. So y'all, the more y'all work on y'all, the easier it is to determine what you will like to do with yours. But automatically making them go fulfill is gonna be so much easier, man. So, how to create the most perfect product page is something we're going to talk about today. Of course, there's a lot of new things to learn when you're online, and I know they can be overwhelming, but I think it's really important that we keep in mind all of the valuable in person selling skills and the knowledge, that you basically can use. online. So some of the same skills that we use in person, we could use those skills online. We could utilize videos, and basically show off our products and the perfection of our products or what our product is great for. So when you're doing that, you want to use engaging photography. Having good pictures, y'all, is important. And when I did my pictures, I literally went to a photographer, and it don't matter because some of my pictures, I actually like my wristband. I did that on my, I laid them on my floor downstairs because I like this marble looking floor, and I just took pictures of them. But we're going to talk about the photos, the descriptions, and building trust with your customers. First, let's talk about the photo. Photo imagery is like one of the most important parts of the product page. A great product can literally be the difference between a product that is selling. A great photo can be, between the product that's selling and a product that is not selling. You can have a bad picture and people see it and be like, I don't know about that. That look janky, right? So now I always try to include two types of photos on the photo page. You want to do like a lifestyle photo and then a picture photo of the product. A lifestyle photo shows your product being used in the real world. I think of lifestyle photos as a picture that someone would actually post on their Instagram, for instance. And that's, you'll see that on my product pages when I jump back over there. So I have her using a stand. And so it's a picture of her using a stand. So that right there is a lifestyle photo because that is something a person is actually going to be using. An example of it is, you're selling a coat, right? You want to take a picture of someone wearing a coat outside, maybe strolling down the street, and you capture a picture of that. Maybe the leaves are falling around in the background. And so it's just like, giving them something engaging, like, this coat is worn in real life, right? And then once they're interested through that, and they really want the product because they're focusing on what's going on in the photo, and they're like, "Wow, I could use that. Oh yeah, that'll be great for fall." So that's one of the things you want to make sure that you zoom in on it, that you're getting really good pictures, that you have really good pictures of your products. I'm going to jump back over to my products, just because I use mine as an example. Hold on. I'm actually going to just go right to my website instead of being in my Shopify back store. So hopefully all this information is helping you guys. I know it'd be a lot of information, but so when you go to my brain hair assistant page, you see this picture right here is a picture of the product being you like with the product on it. And then I have this one right here. It showed them, okay, y'all, this how the product look without anything on it. And then we have a picture of her actually using the product. You see she's braiding in one hand, she's grabbing the stand in another. We literally took these pictures while she was in action. She literally was she did my daughter hair that day, and she braided her hair up, and we captured her as she worked. Like, we made sure they was smiling, you know, because you know how it be when you doing hair, you be having that serious face on, like, I'm about to get these braids together. So we made sure, both of them stayed smiling and stuff like that. But, we tried to capture it in a lifestyle of somebody actually, I'm a hairstylist, I'm a braider, I braid hair. This is me using this product. So when you are doing your photography, you want to think about that. Depending on what you're selling, you want to just think of great ideas where you could capture it, right? You have skincare products for older women or tools for older women. Well, we want to capture our older woman probably using and enjoying your product because that's who you're trying to advertise to. You guys, the next thing is the description. You guys are going to be, we don't write your descriptions for you guys. You're going to have to write this. This is another experience you want to try to reciprocate online. The product description is a perfect place to do this. So in the description, you want to answer questions that the customer might have. I always find it's helpful to think about talking to someone in real life. Like, say, for instance, you're talking to me and you're telling me about your product. You want to make sure that the person is able to get all of the information and the full sales pitch. Something that are always really important is to include the size, the measurements, the dimensions of the product, the material that the product is made out of. You guys, that is going to be so important. When you come down here, I have this is my description, so my header, as you can see, I broke up my paragraphs in header. Are you losing time, money because of the time it takes to prep for each braid or feeding it? So I just started mine off with a question: are you losing time and money? Right? Because we know it takes time to prep for braiding. So then I tell them what we're doing. This is my sales pitch. We are providing you with a tool that will give you a sense of security on saving time. You right? So basically, and then I start describing to them the product, and I let them know it's basically, we promise that it's efficient, it's effective, it's going to save you time doing your services. And then my next header is what it can do for you. Because people are going to wonder, well, why I need this? What it's going to do for you? Your hair extensions and braided customers don't like sitting for a long time, right? They don't like sitting for hours. Y'all, I do not get my hair braided. Because I ain't going to lie, I cannot sit somewhere for too long. You need more time so that you can do more services. So I told them two things. I told them, right, your customers don't like sitting for a long periods of time, right? Right, my customers don't like sitting, and you want to save time so that you can do more customers, right? So I'm getting them to thinking right here. So I'm like, so they like, okay, wait, okay, this is gonna save time for my customers, and I could fit an extra customer in. Sure, that's another. These days they charging like $300 a head price, so that's another $300. So so the next thing I talk about is the material that the product is made out of. It's stainless steel. It will not break easily. It's tough. I let them know basically all of the information they need to know about it. I give them the futures. The goal of this stand is to save the customer time, right? You could put up to 7 packs of hair on the stand. You can save money because it will be your new assistant while doing hair extensions. That's why I call it the braid assistant or hair assistant, because it's like assisting you. It's sitting there with the hair on it. All you have to do is grab it up and keep going. It have multiple uses. And actually, look, y'all, I got one bad review on my page. So sometimes people write reviews. There's nothing you could do about it. But if you scroll down and you see, I have majority good reviews on my page. So, what happens is sometimes people, they don't like it, and that's rare. Majority of my people like my product. So I get a few people who don't like the product, but that's whatever product you get. But I get tons of people who love the product. So that is important. And these reviews you can't control. So these are just real people who get in the products, and they're gonna write what they like or don't like about the product, you guys. Somebody saying, oh, it's fabulous. Somebody saying, oh, I didn't like it. It was she said hers broke. So reviews are something you're gonna get. Majority of my reviews, I got 5 stars, 133. So one thing I always tell people, when you're gonna get some bad reviews, but as long as you got majority good reviews, it's not gonna mess with your 5 stars. So who cares, right? I do care because I actually like improving my product, so I'm not gonna say it like that. Try not to be too arrogant with it. So I do care. So descriptions, you guys, are something that's going to be very important, because our goal is we want to build trust with our customers. So we want to make sure that we're giving the customer as much information as possible. So as we build trust with our customers, we want to try to think from your customer perspective and what they'll need to know. What information do your customer need to know about your product? For example, with clothing, customers always ask us about washing instructions. Can I wash this in a regular wash machine? Do we got to go to the dry cleaners? Me, I don't think I never look at that when I buy my clothes. But after I get them, that's when I'm like, dang, this got to go to the dry cleaner. So when trying to tell them a bit about that, so try to think about people needs, what they need to know about your product, how great the photos help are the photos helpful to the description. So you want to make sure the photos and the description, you can't be describing something in your description and the photo saying something else. Customers want to know about shipping. They want to know, when will the product arrive, how big is the product, how much do the product weigh, when it come on my porch, do I need my husband to drag that in? So this is information that you're going to be putting in your frequently asked questions. On my product page, you guys, you're going to see where it does give the weight. So I do make sure that the customer can get the weight of the product. It's 11 pounds because they need to know that. And that's why it costs so much to ship. So I always tell customers it costs a little bit more to ship because it costs, it's heavy. 11 pounds is heavy going through the mail. Let me see where we're at. I think one week I want to try teaching in Zoom where you guys could ask questions back and see how that feels versus the way I'm doing it. This way I feel like I don't get interrupted a lot and y'all get to get all the information because I have so much to give y'all. So I'm gonna try the other way too. The more I do stuff, the more I learn, and it's just determine which way is best. So easy ways to increase your returning customer rate. So you want to basically, the goal is that you keep your customers coming back. I got so many customers who come back and buy these things because they add more to their salon. So any store that starts as a brick or mortar, um, and now we're online as well. You know, when you think about Shopify, the goal is everybody is always trying to think about, how do I acquire a new customer, which is really hard, and it can actually be 5 times as hard to retain a customer or to get a customer to come back. So you want to make sure that your products are, very nice, that you're building a trusted brand, that you're focusing on your customers, making sure that items get delivered on time. You want to make sure they have a good experience. Them Somebody gonna have a bad experience, y'all. Unfortunately, I promise you, I ship this product sometimes and UPS will lose somebody package or they'll sit it on the porch and somebody steal it, right? So even though you didn't directly affect that customer experience, your process did, because you shipped it with UPS, who left it on the front porch. Johnny Jim or whoever came and took it off the front porch. Now your customer calling you saying, I never got the product. It say it's delivered and it wasn't delivered. I actually got one of those the other day. And it's frustrating, as far as now you got to be like, okay, now I got to put in a claim. I got to either refund this customer or find out, do she want a refund? Do she want, sometimes I'll be thinking they lying. They got that product, and since they know they ain't have to sign for it, they want their money back. Because sometimes they'll be like, oh, I didn't get the product 5 minutes after UPS supposed to drop it off. I'm like, okay. I mean, you never know the truth or not. So recreate your in-person experience. So you want to think about, the experience that you give your customers in person. And you want to literally recreate that in-person experience. It's critical to bring a personal touch to shopping online with your customers. In a physical store, they get to walk around, they get to chat with you, they get to talk to your employees. And this is something that people really, really, really appreciate. A great way to reciprocate, to your human. That's why I have the chat on my thing. You'll notice that customers actually, because they're not in person, they still like to chat. And I'm going to make sure you guys all get a chat bot on your page so that your customers can talk to you. I'm going to show you how that actually works inside a Mosley Academy. I'm just going to show you really quick. And then next week, we are going to, or the week of marketing, I can't remember if next week is the week of marketing. We're going to go more in depth with it. So this is Mosley Academy, you guys. This is my platform that I use for people businesses so that we can stay in contact with their customers. So I'm going to show you guys how. So these customers right here are asking for the discount code, right? So today is the 21st. So she actually requested this at 3:28 a.m. So she was up early in the morning. This person and the system, she said, I want to buy the sewing stand. And I gave her a discount code. So this is an automatic response because sometimes I don't understand why people try to talk to the system because people like that, like how you walk in, like, hey, how you doing? I'm looking for the bread aisle. So I'm laughing at this, but y'all, she said, are you guys legit and can I get a discount? Baby, people funny. So and they're chatting through that bot on the front of my page. Automatically, it just sent her a discount. That's all it did. She said, I need that 5% discount. We sent it to her. So she just said, hi, we sent her a discount. So as you see, my system is created no matter what they write, we send them a discount code. Because if they took time to write, we need you to complete your order, child. Ain't nobody on this other end. Now, every blue moon, okay, this person right here said, I need my number. I don't have anymore, but the number keep popping up. I don't know if she uh I don't know what this person really want. She said, please help. This is my new number. Oh, maybe she want me to put her new number in the system. That's probably what it is. Oh, she probably was trying to check out, and her old number kept popping up, and she couldn't edit it. So I could go back in later and edit that, and that was on the 11th. So one thing that I am doing is I am so my system probably was harassing this person because she said unsubscribe. She want to unsubscribe because the system automatically keep messaging them. And if a customer do that, automatically all I have to do is put them on do not contact. That's it. But once they come back into my system and they fill out, the ball start rolling all over again. Once you come back for something and you refill out and accept my thing, you back in my system to get solicited too. All right, you guys, we almost done. Hang in there with me. So you want to bring surprise and delight to your customers. You just want to make sure that they are having the best experience possible. And I always say, if you're a person who want to do discount codes, that's great. People love discount codes, so I do that because I notice that for people who's really, I ain't gonna say cheap, but they feeling like, oh, the price is too high. I want to buy it, but the price is too high. A 5% discount code ain't no lot, but it does make a difference. Just that 5% could take them from a customer who probably like, I don't know if I want to do it, to a customer that's saying, okay, yep, I'm about to do it because I got 5% off and I am ready to make this purchase. So well, I could get this because it's limited. So basically, your customers shopping, and so so you want to make sure that your customers just are having the best experience. I know it's harder to do online; it's easier to do in person, but I think the more your website is set up, the better your marketing is, the easier they can check out. Customers are more delighted to shop with you. I had a girl who I know who had a website and she was selling dowels, and I went on her website to buy her product. Y'all, it was so hard to get through. I'm like, Lord, I just want to buy the girl product. And I contacted her and I did, like, she asked me for information, but I tried to give her some because she didn't know how many customers she was losing. Like, I really liked her, so I worked really hard to find the darn product. But people not going to work hard to find your products to buy them. They're going to move on to the next website that got an easy layout, an easy way to purchase. So the next thing is tell her your email marketing. Finally, capitalize on your email marketing, your insider promotion, loyal customers. People love loyalty programs. Loyal customers love to feel value. You can have like promo for customers to come back. You can do where you collect their birthdays and you send them birthday 20% off. Any kind of club that you could create. People love to be a part of a club. They love to be included. They love to be a part of something. So those are some of the things that you can do to tailor your marketing to make people feel special. Maybe you have a birthday club and they sign up for the birthday club, and then every year on their birthday, it automatically send them 25% off. Or maybe on their birthday, you send them a sample kit, or just something that saying, "Oh, I appreciate you. Here is a gift for purchasing with us," and so it's just up to you how you guys want to set that up. So hopefully I gave you all the information that you need, you guys. And this was more than enough information for you guys to move forward and have all the information so that you can do your next step. So what you guys should be working on is you guys should be working on one, you should have one, gave me your logo information, the name of your business, and your colors and your fonts. If you have not did that, you are behind. And you guys, I am very busy and I time everything out the best that I can. So I will, because once I start a new class, um, and I already have a group of people who ready to start the next class, I'm going to be busy helping those people. So, and I won't have as much time because, as you know, I work in the school and I do a lot of other stuff on top of having my 6 kids. So the goal is to get your stuff while you're in the program, because it's going to be hard for me to try to do it when you're outside of the program. It's get harder and harder because then I don't have as much time to give you as I have right now. So, you guys, thank you so much, and hopefully, I answered any questions that you guys had, and hopefully, you guys took lots of notes. I will also upload this one. I've been upload everything in the portal. You guys, you will always have the portal to look back on. Once these classes are concluded, you will have the portal where you can go in and you can watch these videos over and over and over and over again. So don't never feel like, oh, this is my only opportunity to listen to this information, because I have the portal. And you guys, I know some people said they wasn't able to get in the portal. So my goal is to try to help those people in the portal. So if you ever want to watch any of these videos, you can actually watch them, because we're live right now. So I'm live. Hey. I know it's 8:19 right now. So, and we going 20 minutes over, but that's okay, because I told y'all on Thursday we was gonna go over because I wanted y'all to have all this information. Y'all, I'm tired today. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I feel so exhausted. But I literally worked every day on the weekend. I had worked approximately probably 12 hours on Saturday and 12 on Sunday with the salon suite. So I've been putting in a lot of work, and I'm just feeling a little, I'm feeling it today. I was still feeling extra energized. But y'all, this is my new fireplace behind me. I'm all excited about it. I'm trying to show it off to y'all. I'm all happy about it. He just got done with it today. You see the little fire on there. So now I can lay in my bed and look at TV and look at my fireplace. And I was like, you know what? That'll be a good scenery for my background. And because my light's so dang bright, I'm like, I don't gotta try to hook up that round circle light. Well, thank y'all. It's 8:20. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Bye.